If you replay conversations, before they happen, you're not awkward at all. You're actually using a form of cognitive simulation that psychology says is linked to self-awareness and advanced social intelligence. And while most people think rehearsing dialogue means you're anxious or unsure of yourself, your brain is doing something far more precise. It's running emotional predictions, checking for micro-reactions, and preparing you to express yourself in a way that feels honest, controlled, and safe, which is why you've probably done this for years without ever realizing it's one of your strongest skills. And the truth is this: habit shows that your mind values clarity and emotional accuracy, because when you imagine a conversation ahead of time, your brain activates predictive processing circuits that try to minimize social uncertainty. And even though it looks like overthinking, research shows it's actually a sign of high-resolution mental modeling, meaning you're rehearsing the emotional atmosphere, not just the words. And the people who do this tend to be the same ones who feel deeply, think thoroughly, and communicate intentionally. When you rehearse dialogue, your brain isn't being dramatic, it's performing social working memory tasks that most people skip entirely. You're imagining tone, pauses, expression shifts, and even energy changes because your mind tries to remove ambiguity before it happens. This is why you replay how you'll set boundaries, how you'll bring up something that bothered you, or how you'll respond if someone seems dismissive. Psychology says this form of pre-processing reduces cognitive load in the actual moment, letting you stay present instead of scrambling for words. And that's not weakness. It's emotional strategy. You also rehearse because your nervous system prefers preparation over improvisation, and that's not a flaw, it's a self-regulation method. Since people with high sensitivity and introverted processing styles often experience increased activity in the default mode network, the part of your brain responsible for simulations, imagination, and internal dialogue. You're not obsessing, you're actually coordinating your thoughts with your emotions, so the outer version of you can stay calm, collected, and coherent. And if you've ever felt that conversations drain you less when you prepare first, that's why. Another reason you do this is because your brain doesn't like interpersonal surprises the same way other people do. You're not trying to control the future, you're trying to maintain emotional safety. That's why you rehearse everything from how to decline an invitation without sounding rude to how to ask for clarity when someone gives mixed signals. And this tendency is so common among deep thinkers and empathetic people that researchers call it anticipatory emotional regulation, meaning you're rehearsing so your nervous system doesn't get overwhelmed in real time, which makes perfect sense when you consider how much you care about communicating well.